let's do this. Are you going live? Me, no.
You mind hold this for me, somebody?
All right, you guys ready? We got to get out of here.
Starting now.
Okay. As you know, Antifa's been kind of trying to follow us around all day. Antifa and BAM, they just tweeted out our location, so we got to be in, we got to be out. Basically, all day it's going to be like going from spot to spot, trying to hide from people who dress like ninjas, who run around. They want to burn stuff down. They want to commit violence. They want to use bike locks. They want to use clubs with nails through them. And I'm asking Mayor Lee and I'm asking Nancy Pelosi to speak against this violence, speak against this hatred, and be consistent with your message. Okay, right now, we had to cancel the rally. We all decided together it was the best thing to do for the city, okay, because the way it was set up is that a lot of innocent people were going to get hurt. That's the fact, okay? A bunch of supporters, a bunch of Antifa, communists, normal liberals would have all been mixed together. It would have been a huge riot, okay, and it would have been a disaster, not just for the movement, but for San Francisco, for the West Coast, for the country, okay? So we made that decision. I apologize to everyone who flew down here, who drove down here. Okay, now moving on. We need to have an honest conversation about these politicians who believe it's okay to lie, who believe it's okay to use deception to further their agenda. Listen, San Francisco, you're never going to elect a conservative mayor. That's fine, I don't care. But how about we work together and elect a mayor who's honest, who tells the truth, who stands for what he believes in. He doesn't lie to further his own cause. To call us white supremacists made San Francisco way more dangerous than it ever could have, okay? And you have a mayor who says that we're hateful and we're violent, okay? Doesn't bring up any specific examples, but he doesn't mention one word about Antifa. Not one word. Ask him, email him, send him letters, ask Nancy Pelosi, reporters, do your job. Go and ask the mayor, say, what's your stance on Antifa? Do you stand for violence? Do you stand for hate? Do you support them? Moderate liberals need to stand up and stand against BAM. This lady is a middle school teacher and she's promoting violence, inciting riots, and she still teaches at a middle school, okay? So we need to moving forward in order to make this country be a better place, make San Francisco, the West Coast, a better place. I'm not here to promote being a Republican or Democrat or anything. I'm here to promote love and peace and freedom, okay? And I will work with anybody. I don't care. I will help a Democrat get elected if he's an honest person or she, a good person. Okay, because if we stay divided, these establishment figures like Nancy Pelosi, who's no different from John McCain, they will stay in office. These corrupt politicians will stay in office as long as we stay divided down by party line. So until we bring these moderates together and we stand against the extremists, it's going to be the same problem over and over again. We literally have people in Congress for like 20 years, for 2 decades, okay? That's why we need term limits, so we can get real leaders up in there who will speak the truth and be good people, okay? So anyways, that's all I have to say. I'll be out in random places here in San Francisco today for all the moderate Democrats who were looking forward to come to the rally, because I know there are a bunch of them. I apologize, I canceled. I apologize about the rhetoric, about the lies and the deception, okay? My name's Joey Gibson. I'm founder of Patriot Prayer. I was the organizer for the rally that was supposed to occur today in Christie Field.
So why did you pick here? How did you end up?
You guys can say something if you got questions.
You're not going to answer any questions?
I'll answer questions. We're in her
fair enough.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Grothwell. I am one of the organizers and also speaker of the rally in Christie Field. I want to first apologize to everybody who flew here from states and drove here from numerous locations to come to our event. Sorry we had to cancel it, but it was in the best interest of public safety, we felt. I want people to understand that this rally from the beginning was about unity, freedom, free speech, and patriotism. It was never an alternate right or white supremacist rally, as the media has said. Dianne Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, Mayor Lee, London Breed, Senator Wiener, all of them have done nothing but call us white supremacists from the beginning of this, which is absolute lies. They have put our lives in danger, as well as the lives of everyone who was coming to our rally and event, and that is why we had to cancel. My name is Lindsay Grothwell.
How do you spell it?
Grathwhohl. After many days of discussing this event, we decided it was in the best interest after seeing what security plans the San Francisco Police Department and the National Park put together for us. We decided it was in the best interest to cancel the event. And I do apologize to everybody who came from many miles away to be here. It was a very hard decision for all of us to make to cancel it, but it was in the best interest of all of us.
Do you fear for your own safety as you go around town today?
I do, yes. We have all received, well, I can speak for myself, I have received threats, numerous threats since this has happened, and it's all based on lies. All lies. The media, Nancy Pelosi, Mayor Lee, Dianne Feinstein, Senator Wiener, all of them have done nothing but lie about all of us.
You've said that the media has not accurately portrayed you. How do you portray yourself? How
Sorry,
There's two questions out there. We got to go.
Okay.
Let him speak.
Hello, I'm one of the event organizers. My name is Gabriel Silva, S-A-L-V-A, Gabriel Silva. I think that it's really irresponsible how the media has portrayed the Patriot Prayer, Joey Gibson rally here in San Francisco. I want to know if they're going to denounce all hate. I want to know if the Mayor Lee, Nancy Pelosi, and all the other elected officials are going to denounce Antifa, BAM, BLM, these organizations that are domestic terrorist organizations. They openly admit that they use violence, and they continue to use violence to stop free speech, and they attack police officers, they vandalize the community, and I want to know why that they're not being denounced by these elected officials, as well as racist groups and the extreme groups that they're denouncing. It's a slander to say we're white supremacists in our San Francisco rally was a white supremacy rally. Joey's Japanese, I'm Mexican, Will's black, she's a female. It's just it's slander. It's just ridiculous, and it's an attack on the citizens by elected officials. And we have to all ask ourselves, what point have we reached in America where we're getting attacked? The citizens are being attacked by elected officials, okay? And as everything transpired through the week, we all discussed everything constantly, and we had to make a difficult decision because we were forced. We started out having a secure area to park. We talked about busing people in, and we talked about a secure area for the rally goers and a safe distance with a fence in between for protesters, another area for them to protest. And as the week progressed, things disappeared, like the secured parking, the secure transportation, and even they started to require our numbers. We were permitted for 300. They knocked it down to 50 people and said they would only secure the area and protect us, the speakers and the band goers and people up on stage, basically. And they wanted to intermingle protesters and rally goers together, which is, in any common sense level, this is just the wrong idea, wrong thing. Everybody knows what's going to happen. Violence is going to happen, and it's going to be chaotic. And everything we've done has been turned around on us. So in my opinion, these steps that they say they were taking to make sure that people didn't get hurt, they took these measures away. And so we had to make the decision to cancel the rally to make it safe for people. We had to look out for the best interests of the community, which should be the job of the elected officials to put the proper measures in place to ensure safety of the rally goers and the protesters. Again, this was not a white supremacist rally. Anybody that takes 2 minutes to research knows that our message has always been about unity. It's been about bringing together people on the left and the right and creating a healthy environment for conversation instead of the vitriol, instead of the arguing and the chanting and all the stuff that does not promote unity. So this was all about unity, and it's been misconstrued, and it's a disservice not only to our community but to the whole country. This is an attack on free speech, and it's an agenda that is becoming very apparent with the media. That's all I have to say.
Hello, my name is Will Johnson, and I am a black American. First and foremost, I am a Christian. This is not a neo-Nazi white supremacist rally. It was not that from the beginning. It never was. I don't know where they got that from. I actually called Nancy Pelosi's office and asked her to redact that, to change that. There's no way that I am a white supremacist. No way that I can support white supremacy. I can't imagine they would invite me. So the media has completely ran that story when it's a blatant lie, and if I'm not proof enough, I don't know how else to prove it. We've got to stop this fighting in America. That's exactly what they want. They want us to fight. When are we going to stop the fighting? You would think after all these years, there's been men and women that have died in the past so that we could have the freedoms that we have today. Why are we throwing that all away? We have to wake up. This fighting is not going to get us anywhere. We have bigger issues coming to America, and we're fighting for over nothing. I'm not going to repeat everything else they just said. You guys got the gist of it. But we've got to stop this fighting. Who's going to win in all of this? No one. We wanted to unite everybody from the get-go. That's what the rally is about. My thing is unite America first. Because if we don't take care of our own home first, we don't have a home to take care of. It's really a no-brainer. So why are we going through this? Questions?
You're building a rally of free speech initially. So I'm kind of confused what the purpose of the rally initially was. Did it morph into something different? But initially I saw billing for free speech rather than unity.
It's always been free speech and unity.
Question for Joey. Hey, Joe, I know you guys want to put this to rest, so I've heard you say here today that you disavow white supremacy, but as you know, in some of the past Patriot prayer events, folks have showed up who were avowed white supremacists.
The communists
So,
that show up to the
and if you were law enforcement, wouldn't you wouldn't you perhaps deduct that maybe they would be showing up here as well, and that might be the concern for all the time?
Okay, listen, law enforcement's all different. Law enforcement have to be logical, but let's talk about the media. Let's talk about the narrative about white supremacy. Okay, so when we have a march of 300 people, all right, and one white nationalist shows up, the whole city burns down. They freak out. All these Antifa members, you know, everything. But it's a lot like for liberals who need to understand this concept. I see it in Portland all the time. I see good liberals, peaceful liberals march in Portland all the time. Peacefully march. They don't stand for violence. They don't stand for hate. They just want to be understood. And then you have these Antifa punks. You have 3 or 4 of them, or anarchists, that show up dressed in all black, and they start burning things down. They start breaking windows, and they hijack the whole message of these peaceful liberals. I've seen it every single time. It is the exact same thing. These extremists are the problem on both sides, and that's why the moderates have to come together, because they're trying to destroy our message. They're just trying to use our platform. Okay, and I saw it after in Portland, everyone was peacefully protesting Trump. Okay, thousands and thousands of people marching peacefully, right? Good people who just wanted to be heard, and there was like 10 Antifa punks that were breaking windows, burning things down. That's all you heard, that's all you saw. That's all you heard.
But you say you don't understand why people perceive you as a white supremacist or alt-right, but yet you...
Come on!
Dumb question.
Hang on.
Are you a communist?
Yeah.
This is about
You guys are still
Am I a white
supremacist?
Hey guys,
Let him get his questions out.
So, but yet you invited Kyle Chapman to speak. White supremacists have showed up at your rallies.
how is Kyle Chapman a white supremacist?
So Kyle Chapman has said on social media that he's a white nationalist. Kyle Chapman has espoused violence against these Antifa folks. Kyle Chapman has been captured on video doing violence.
protecting
I'm
So
all
that's
for
just one
protecting
perspective.
Antifa just to get, because you are all Marxists.
Marxist
I
propaganda!
think you are, because you're not going to disavow Antifa, are you?
Keep it down.
No, you won't.
Listen,
18 months of Antifa violence, nothing said. Yeah, you didn't say shit about Antifa.
I don't even know the names of the people.
Please.
Kyle Chapman is a really good guy who I love and appreciate very much. He is not racist, okay? He has a beautiful Japanese wife. He has a Japanese kid. I've seen him with tons of people of color. He does not care who you are. He cares about what you believe in. And he does believe in self-defense. Okay? If you have a problem,
Look at
if you have a problem with self-defense,
people like this guy right here.
Because you're fucking...
All right,
Anyone else have questions?
all right. You're not helping. You feel
Because-
some of your
because
supporters
the media's
are-
not
Has
helping
anybody
anyone.
realized why we're in this area right now?
Yes, we did.
No, but
We're here because of Antifa and BAM and BLM.
So
They
don't
want to
attack
attack us because of our freedom of speech. It's a no-brainer. We're here in nowhere, in the middle of nowhere, so we don't have the violence. We don't want the violence. And we have gentlemen like this that keep edging it on about white supremacy. I'm not a white supremacist. When are you going to figure it out?
Doesn't matter how much we say it, people like
I'm
this
an
Marxist
immigrant.
I mean, if you
journalists are
if
gonna
you
say
have,
language.
hold on,
I
didn't
please,
say-
please.
you
If
know
you
what?
have Donald J. Trump come out and say that he does not support
white supremacy, he has to say it 1,000,000 times and you still will not get it.
That's right.
You're still citizens.
Say something real quick. Here's another speaker that was not allowed to talk today.
Hey guys, my name's Real Gavi.
Spell.
Tell what happened. Say what happened.
You know, this has been really frustrating for the last couple of weeks. We've seen the mayor, we've seen Nancy Pelosi continually put out this information that this was going to be a white supremacist rally, that these were going to be hate speech spoken there, that there were neo-Nazis coming, and nothing that I've heard Joey say in the past couple months is anything close to that. Nothing I had to say today was going to be anything close to that. I wanted to talk about issues in the black community. I want to talk about issues with trans people, homeless people in the street. So it's, sorry, I got emotional. It's
Let it out, bro. Let it out.
You know, there's a lot of issues in the Bay Area. You know, here in California, we have the 6th largest economy in the world, and yet we can continue to point fingers at Trump, and do this misinformation in the smoke screen, and like have these phantom demons of like, oh, white supremacists are going to march in the street, and here come the neo-Nazis. We have more than enough resources to take care of our own, and yet we still continue to like point our fingers at the federal government when we really have all the money. You know, so when I go through San Francisco streets and I see blocks and blocks and blocks of like tent cities in Oakland and in Berkeley, and I wonder who's at fault. You know, we can't point our fingers at neo-Nazis for shit like that. You know, we can't point the finger at white supremacists or Klan members or the Confederate flag. You know, the issues are right here. There are issues. You know, we have a democratic mayor, congresswoman. You know, I just heard yesterday, Barbara Lee, 13th District, Alameda County, say once again that it was a neo-Nazi rally. You know, when we, it's so frustrating that when we misdirect, you know, the true issue of issues that we can solve, and you know, and I'm happy that everyone came out to protest. You know, they're having a good time in San Francisco right now, but nothing that was going to be said on the stage today was anything close to being hateful, close to being hate speech. There were no neo-Nazis showing up. I'm black myself. I consider myself like a liberal, left-leaning centrist. And there was a lot of things that I really wanted to get out and talk about oppression and talk about, you know, hate, hatred, in our community and as abroad. And I didn't get that opportunity because the mayor, Nancy Pelosi, spent so much time, putting out this misinformation. And even when they were told otherwise, they doubled down.
Hey, Ryogo, don't you think it's a bigger issue that the congressman, that Nancy Pelosi was asking? Don't you think it's a bigger issue that Nancy Pelosi was saying about the rally we're supposed to have? She said, you guys cannot cry wolf in a crowded theater. Don't you think that's a bigger issue that we actually have senile people running in the government today?
Absolutely. I don't even see, again, I don't see where that comes from. Crying wolf, like
crying wolf in a crowded theater.
Yeah, that wasn't the case. Yes, sir.
We're not in a vacuum here. Charlottesville is fresh on a lot of people's minds.
Absolutely.
Right? And so then you guys went forward with this event after Charlottesville. You can imagine people who don't even know the issues were anxious about it, right?
Actually, this event was scheduled before Charlottesville.
And as I said, you went forward
way
with the
before
event.
Charlottesville. The only
Despite
reason
Charlottesville,
why
you went forward, right?
No.
Right.
We had the schedule before Charlottesville.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to continue. We're going to continue because we have nothing to do with Charlottesville.
But you see,
white supremacists are
what about liberals going forward with Berkeley after
white supremacists are not here?
Why should we?
What does that have to do with us?
Because it's timing. It's in context.
What about liberals going forward with their rally after
It has nothing to do with your audience.
Time is in the present.
I'm pretty sure there was a rally right after
I got a question because I think this is their
didn't say, oh,
it's their press conference, folks, not yours.
So what about the rally that's happening right now in San Francisco?
We're covering that too, yes. But
how come they're not drawing white supremacists?
We only have a few minutes. They said,
how come they're not drawing white supremacists? How come they're not drawing white supremacists? Why are we drawing white supremacists? I mean, are you kidding me?
Look like brown people here.
Look at me.
And we're the white supremacists. I don't see no Nazi flags.
The only people that we're drawing to be violent are these Antifa ISIS members.
But Patriot
That's the
Prayer
only
has had
people that
past
we're bringing.
events.
The
Joey,
Antifa ISIS members.
You've been at every Patriot Prayer. In past events, there have been folks who identified as white supremacists, as you just acknowledged. then Charlottesville happens in that context.
No one has ever identified.
Yeah, I want Tiny's people to explain something to you. So why is it that when Antifa does the stuff that they do, no one ever speaks out against them? Be quiet.
Brandishing the communist sickle and hammer.
Why is it when Antifa goes and burns down the country, why is it we don't have politicians that come up and say, hey, Antifa, you need to not protest for however long?
Their sickle and
they
hammer?
just burnt May Day. They just burnt things out. Be quiet, please. Tiny, I want you to come here and say something. Okay, he was another speaker.
Hello, everybody.
Tiny.
I'm known by a lot of these people as Tiny. My real name is Tusitala Johnson Folel Tulila Gitoise. Do you want me to spell that out? T-U-S-I-T-A-L-A-S-U-A F-O-A-J-O-H-N-T-O-E-S-E. I am 21 years old from the island of American Samoa. It's been 3 years for me up here. I was supposed to be speaking at this rally that has been canceled. And it's right now it's emotions are just flowing wild right now because just don't understand anymore. When did our country ever get to this kind of point where standing up for free speech makes you a racist, makes you a white supremacist? Fighting for freedom makes you a neo-Nazi. When? And if that's the case, if standing up for my freedom and my rights and standing up for free speech is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I will stand up for what I believe in. And I'm going to tell you this. I used to be one of these people. Well, not Antifa, but I used to be an anti-Trump, hardcore anti-Trump. And if I was still the old me, I would beat up all these people because that's what I used to do. I drive around when Trump was like, he announced it that he was running for president. I drove around looking for Trump supporters. You got a Trump sticker on you, I'll be waiting at your car. Once you get there, I'll beat your ass up if you talk back to me when I talk shit to you.
Tiny,
that's what I used to be.
What made you switch, Tiny?
I saw on the media, every single news, they announced Trump is a racist. They told this. They brought they cut out most of the speech that Trump did and brought only some of it just to make people think he was racist. I really believed that. I really believed that. So I was out. I was filled with anger. So I came across one of the video on Facebook. It says Trump rally in Vancouver, Washington. I'm like, I live there. Let's go check it out if Trump supporter gets beat up. It was the opposite. I saw this guy right here. And what he was speaking about, the peace, the unity and everything, it hit me right in the dome. So I had a urge and a desire to go out and seek the truth. Are they really racist?
You felt
so I hit him up. He hooked me up with a few people. I came here, Berkeley the 15th, April. That's where I saw the truth. First time I ever saw a brown Trump supporter, Margaret Gutierrez, Hareem. I knew right there and then, they're not racist. Nobody came up to me and was like, hey, get out of here. You're brown. You're not accepted here. Nobody. They welcomed me with open hands. And it changed my heart. And it hurts me that standing up for what you believe in will get you crucified, will get you prosecuted.
Tiny, you're friends with Baseman.
So when did our country get to this? And I'm telling you, we will not back down. We will keep on standing.
What did you see on April 15th? Who was attacking who?
I didn't even throw a punch at the beginning when I was observing everything. Next thing you know, a group that everybody said it was Antifa. I didn't know what Antifa was. March in looking like ninjas from the movie, whatever movie.
ISIS.
Like ISIS. The stupidity that I saw there coming in and just charging at people and just beating them up without even talking to them and understanding what they believe in, that changed my heart. I didn't want my kids to grow up in an environment run by those people. That is why I'm standing where I'm standing.
Tiny, the fact that
and I will say this, I will not change what I believe in. I will keep on standing. I will keep on moving forward. Based. Red, white, and blue, waving high. God bless America.
Tiny, I just want to state that the security measures that were in place at first would allow us to screen out any Nazis, any extreme right groups, or any extreme left groups. And the The authorities, law enforcement, removed that ability and wanted the crowds to intermingle. So that proposed a dangerous situation for everybody attending the rally, protesters and rally goers. So without that ability to screen out so-called racists and everybody, we wouldn't be able to keep a safe environment. So that's one of the main reasons that led us up to canceling the event. But I have one question for all you media here. I want you guys to know that you're responsible for the environment in this country right now. You have to ask yourselves the part that you play in what's going on in this nation, the political environment and in aggression and the hatred that's being portrayed by the media. You guys play a part in it, and you're responsible for it. And when there's no more a free America, there's no more peaceful America, and there's war, then you can ask yourself how you let it come to this and how you made those decisions to let this happen, how you guys perpetuated this.
Do you think there's going to be a war?
Gabe, really quick question.
Do you think there's going to be a war?
Well, yes, really quick, because you guys have like affirmed 1,000 times that you're not white supremacists.
We can't denounce it enough times to
I
get
know,
through.
so I got to ask you this because they keep asking the question. Why do you think they keep doing that?
Let me answer. It's a narrative.
Go for it. I want to hear your answers on this because it's about time we get that. We're not talking to you. We're talking to him.
The main reason why they keep coming at us about white supremacy because for the last 2 years I've been saying there's an attack on white people in America. Is a deliberate attack on white people in America. If you go out and you say you're a Trump supporter today, you're automatically racist. Why? Because you're white. They don't say that to me because I'm black. I don't ever hear that I'm racist because I'm black. There are black racist people in America. We've got to stop this. There's an attack right now. That's the reason why they're saying it.
To go back, you said that the media needs to do this, or else there's going to be, when there's war in America, it'll be the media's fault.
I said they need to ask themselves how they've played a part in perpetuating.
I'm not trying to switch your words or anything. Do you believe there's going to be a war in America? That's my question.
I think that you can go out to any Starbucks or any restaurant anywhere in America right now, and you'll see people of all different ethnic backgrounds, just going along about their day with no problem in their daily life. I don't believe that there's an issue as the media is trying to portray it.
But do you believe that we're headed towards a war?
Right now, the war is the info war.
We are in
That's
an
the war that we're in
war
right now.
With you guys.
That's what we're trying to get him to
fake news media.
And then edit it for me, please.
Please understand it's our job just to ask that question.
What's your question?
But you're not
But it's not your job to
that guy
spin the
tilted a
truth.
question towards me. You saw it.
Yeah,
you recorded it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Ended up having to call this thing off. Do you
Down low. What did you see him do?
regrets about going forward with it?
Yeah, and then he said, well, he forgot.
I think it proves the point. I do not have a regret at all. I think it proves the point. Why is the rallies over there not too soon? Okay? Why are the rallies at the Civic Center? Why are all the rallies that are happening? Why is the violence against police being reported right now in the city that has nothing to do with us or any of our Patriot Prayer supporters? Why is that not being addressed? And why is that not too soon?
Are you guys going tomorrow to Berkeley? Any representatives?
Berkeley is canceled tomorrow.
So you're going to no Patriot Prayer?
No.
What is your next step then? I mean, obviously you saw what happened with trying to hold the rally here. Where do you go?
Well, I'm an activist. I've been an activist for at least a decade, and I sit in the committees at the Capitol in Sacramento. I sit at the legislative hearings all the time, and I witness what's going on, and I've always been an advocate of participation in legislative process.
But what's next for Patriot Prayer?
I'm not Patriot Prayer. Joey Gibson.
We have a question for Joey Gibson about...
Joey.
Would like him to make it a good question.
Joey,
what
can
is
you
next
talk...
for Patriot Prayer?
What's that?
What is next for Patriot Prayer? This all fell apart after so many weeks of trying to get together. What is next? Where do you go this year?
Oh, we got lots of things planned. We're speaking all over the state next week. We also have a march in Portland. Basically going to have like a debate thing going on in Portland, bringing people together, because the thing about Antifa, as soon as you get them on a microphone, they get really shy. Okay, they run off. So we're going to bring in like real moderate liberals and Democrats and conservatives who want to march on the waterfront and kind of have debates along the way. So that's the thing. And then, we'll be going around doing videos, traveling, speeches here and there. We'll go from there. I really don't see this as a loss. I see this as an opportunity for America to wake up, to understand. Okay, we can't let people silence others, especially when we have such a positive message.
Joey, did you care at all that 3% of keepers decided not to come? Stuart Rhodes said specifically it was because Stuart Rhodes said this, not me, said that it was because you were going to allow a white supremacist speaker from Identity Europe. Stuart Rhodes, he is not a hotbed of liberal media.
Stuart Rhodes is very anti-racist, and he's a very good guy. I'm in communication with him, and he knows for a fact that I wasn't allowed any white supremacists.
So why did Stuart Rhodes not come?
Why did live asking, what do you believe in? If you don't want the media to filter it at all, your chance right now, what is the message that you would hope to get out today?
My message is really simple. It's about bringing this country together. It's simple, okay? It's about love, peace, and freedom. It's these things that everyone can come together under, okay? Listen, we think someone else is an enemy because they voted for someone else, okay? We can't think that way. We need to bring good people together. If you're a conservative and you think someone's your friend just because he calls himself a conservative, you are wrong, okay? There's good people and bad people in every single group, and we've got to drop the labels, okay? So we get people together, the moderates, get them together, and that's how we go after the corruption, okay, the deception, and all the lies in DC, or state government, or local, whatever, okay?
Do you regret going forward with this?
Yeah, I'm a huge advocate for freedom, which tends to be in the middle. I stand on principle, one thing to another, you know, it's like, I want freedom. That's one of the most important things for me.
So did Stuart Rhodes explain to you why he didn't come? I'm just trying to understand.
You can go talk to him.
I did, and he told me it was because you would allow white. I can play the audio.
Talking about unity. How would this rally have brought people together, and what is your message of unity going forward?
It's going to be consistent. It's going to be about building bridges, okay? And that's why I can't be like really political. I can't be talking about, you know, tax rate should be this or that. No, we have to first come together and agree to be respectful to one another. We have so much hatred in this country right now. It's done on purpose. And with that hatred, we cannot go forward, okay? There's no president, there's no leader that can fix our problem at a grassroots level. No one. It has to be amongst us. We need cultural leaders. We need people, individuals to stand up for what's right. We need people to come up here and say, hey, it's not okay to lie. It's wrong to call us white supremacists when that's a lie. Right or left, it doesn't matter. That's how we go forward. Yes, we need to talk about morals, and the government, you know, let's be honest, they're not going to help us with our morals.
Joey, how have leftists reacted to your call for unity and peace?
A lot better than I thought. We have the extremists who hate it on both sides. Okay, I get a lot of extreme right people who don't like it. I get extreme left people who don't like it. But moderate Democrats, okay, don't have a voice right now because they're quiet and they're letting the social justice warriors, they're letting the extremists be the loudest, the minority. Okay, most moderate liberals are for free speech and for freedom. Okay, but they don't speak out against it for whatever reason. I mean, they're shy or whatever.
They're afraid of getting attacked.
They're afraid of being called racist, Nazi, whatever it may be. But I'm here. I want to give a home to moderate Democrats. I want to say, hey, you're welcome to be with us, to say what you want, to say what you believe, and we're not going to make fun of you. We're not going to make you feel bad. If you believe in freedom and love, man, hey, we're together. We can work together.
Do you think it's a double standard for journalists to ask why we went forward with this rally after Charlottesville when there was national Refuse Fascism marches happening right after Steve Scalise got shot by a Bernie supporter?
Well, the media...
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, man.
That's the thing, though, is the media, obviously we all know the media has a tendency to lean, you know, more towards what it was.
Why do you think the media leans
but let's be honest, we need to put attention on the extremists on both sides, okay? That's how we bring the moderates together. If
Why
the
don't
moderate
the Democrats
left
kick out their extremists?
The Democrats and the moderate left, they need to speak out and they need to kick out the corrupt politicians and the corrupt politicians who are using Antifa as a tool, using BAM as a tool. This lady is literally a middle school teacher and she's directing kids to bash in heads.
Yvette Falarka, her name is.
Why do you think the media is left? What evidence do you have that the media is left? Why do you think the media is left?
If you look back on the way that today
Why?
turned out, can you think of a better way to control the narrative?
There's always a million ways to improve. You know, I'm just a rookie. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm working. I'm trying to learn and grow, and I will learn from this experience. You know, I've made plenty of mistakes going into this, and so all I got to do is admit that, analyze it, and move on, and just be a better person.
And my second question is, what plans do you personally have for Berkeley tomorrow?
We got to analyze the situation. Once again, we don't want to walk into a trap. Okay, that's the main thing. We don't want to go in there and start a huge riot. You know what I mean? That's the most important thing. We want free speech. We want to be able to say our piece, but at the same time, it has to be on our grounds. It has to be on. We have to be in control of the situation. Okay, and so if we're walking into a trap and they just stir up a huge riot, okay, it's not good for our country. It's going to take it in the wrong direction. So we'll see what the plans are.
Safety first.
Yeah, and we got to take care of each other. Okay, we don't want people to die.
Joey, you said that the media.
We have to remember Berkeley is being canceled.
Joey, you said that the media is...
What's your plan for today? Because I know there's been a lot of flip-flopping for Spirit Chrissy Field and at Alamo Square. Do you have any intention of showing up anywhere in San Francisco today?
Yeah, we'll be showing up, or I for sure will be showing up in random spots in San Francisco. My hope is to be able to talk to just normal citizens, okay, without all the extremists. I want to show up. I want them to see my shirt, and I want to say, hey, you know, what's your concern? What do you have? You know, I'll show up, you know, and then I'll disappear and go somewhere else. And that's the thing. That's the way that the country we live in now is that I have to go from spot to spot unannounced. Otherwise, we'll have 1,000 ninjas show up trying to kill me. So.
And then once you give them your message, like, what do you want to do with what they're telling you? Like, what's your overall?
I want people to take this message of love and unity and take it to whatever they're great at. If you're a teacher, take that. If you want to go run for mayor, go do that. Okay? So I want to bring people in, talk about this message of love. Okay? Come together on that and go do your thing. Okay? Be a better teacher. Be a better waitress. Be better to the people you serve. Be better at whatever it may be. Whatever you choose, whatever your identity is, whatever you're good at, go do it.
Joey, why do you think that the media...
Government, or like...
If they want to be, if that's what their desire is, but like I said, I'm here to fight this cultural poison. Okay, we fix that, then our government will follow. Okay, we don't reflect our government reflects us and our culture.
Joey, why do you think the media, moderate Democrats, and our academia complex supports a group, Antifa, that openly brandishes the sickle and hammer emblem and insignia, which has killed over 100 million people in the 20th century, yet are very quick to call out the one Nazi LARPer in a rally?
I don't know why people believe that Hitler was worse than Stalin. In my opinion, I think that's not logic. I think that they're both evil people that just want to control. They're just tyrants. That's what it is. And so we have to get away from the idea, a tyrant is a tyrant, okay? And we need freedom. And that's what concerns me. I don't want a corrupt government that gets so big and just gets so much power, and we just keep giving it more power because we're fighting over stupid stuff. Okay? So we got to fight, yes, communism, okay? Even whatever, Nazis, whatever. At the end of the day, I just want a small government, then there will be no tyrants, and we will be free people in a free society who can respect one another.
Joey, why is the media
I'm sorry,
leftist?
We've been told that Antifa, ISIS members are on their way here. So you might want to clear out it unless you want to be here for that violence. We don't want to be here because we did not come here for the violence. Ask yourself one more question. Who questioned Nancy Pelosi? Where did she get the right
Fox News.
I'm asking her. I would like to know that answer. Thank you.
She never asked that.
Why are they leftist?
You saw what this guy just said about Stalin?
I'm just asking why they're leftist. No one's explaining to me why they're...
I asked the same question, and the guy said that we lean towards the left because if anything, we can make up a story rather than tell the real story. Because nobody wants to tell it. Journalists. I speak to a lot of journalists. In New York City.
You don't know that the media is left. That's literally...
You know the media is left. You know the media. I'm asking why they're left. Everyone's telling me that.
Hey.
They're overwhelmingly certain.
Pack it up and go.
Hello. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. I was told that Antifa, BLM, and BAM, they're on their way here to be violent, and we're completely against the violence. So we're going to sign off, and I most definitely will sign on later, and I will talk to you guys later, okay? Be safe. Thank you.
What's going on?
I'm going to elect a conservative mayor. That's fine. I don't care. But how about we work together and elect a mayor who's honest, who tells the truth, who stands for what he believes in. He doesn't lie to further his own cause. To call us white supremacists made San Francisco way more dangerous than it ever could have, okay? And you have a mayor who says that we're hateful and we're violent, okay? Doesn't bring up any specific examples, but he doesn't mention one word about Antifa. Not one word. Ask him, email him, send him letters, ask Nancy Pelosi, reporters, do your job, go and ask the mayor, say, what's your stance on Antifa? Do you stand for violence? Do you stand for hate? Do you support them? Moderate liberals need to stand up and stand against BAM. This lady is a middle school teacher, and she's promoting violence, inciting riots, and she still teaches at a middle school. Okay? So we need to moving forward in order to make this country be a better place, make San Francisco, the West Coast, a better place. I'm not here to promote being a Republican or Democrat or anything. I'm here to promote love and peace and freedom. Okay? And I will work with anybody. I don't care. I will help a Democrat get elected if he's an honest person or she, a good person. Okay, because if we stay divided, these establishment figures like Nancy Pelosi, who's no different from John McCain, they will stay in office. These corrupt politicians will stay in office as long as we stay divided down by party line. So until we bring these moderates together and we stand against the extremists, it's going to be the same problem over and over again. We literally have people in Congress for like 20 years, for 2 decades, okay? That's why we need term limits, so we can get real leaders up in there who will speak the truth and be good people, okay? So anyways, that's all I have to say. I'll be out in random places here in San Francisco today. For all the moderate Democrats who were looking forward to come to the rally, because I know there are a bunch of them. I apologize, I canceled. I apologize about the rhetoric, about the lies and the deception, okay? My name's Joey Gibson. I'm founder of Patriot Prayer. I was the organizer for the rally that was supposed to occur today in Crissy Field.
So why did you pick here? How did you end up?
You guys can say something if you got questions.
You're not going to answer any questions?
I'll answer questions. We're in
fair enough.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Grathwell. I am one of the organizers and also speaker of the rally in Crissy Field. I want to first apologize to everybody who flew here from states and drove here from numerous locations to come to our event.
Are you going live? Me, no.
You mind hold this for me, somebody?
All right, you guys ready? We got to get out of here.
Starting now.
Okay. As you know, Antifa's been kind of trying to follow us around all day. Antifa and BAM, they just tweeted out our location. So we got to be in, we got to be out. Basically all day it's going to be like going from spot to spot, trying to hide from people who dress like ninjas, who run around, they want to burn stuff down, they want to commit violence, they want to use bike locks, they want to use clubs with nails through them. And I'm asking Mayor Lee and I'm asking Nancy Pelosi to speak against this violence, speak against this hatred, and be consistent with your message. Okay, right now we had to cancel the rally. We all decided together it was the best thing to do for the city, okay, because the way it was set up is that a lot of innocent people were going to get hurt. That's the fact, okay? A bunch of supporters, a bunch of Antifa, communists, normal liberals would have all been mixed together. It would have been a huge riot, okay, and it would have been a disaster, not just for the movement, but for San Francisco, for the West Coast, for the country, okay? So we made that decision. I apologize to everyone who flew down here, who drove down here. Okay, now moving on. We need to have an honest conversation about these politicians who believe it's okay to lie, who believe it's okay to use deception to further their agenda. Listen, San Francisco, you're never going